And only Pop Dibiase, the primetime capper, and it is time for the premier sports betting show, the primetime angles. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I hope you are feeling the same. And we have breaking news in the NBA right now. Dame Lillard has been traded to the Bucks in a three-team deal, and this three-team deal involves the Phoenix Suns and the Portland Trail Blazers. Looks like the Blazers will get the boatload of the best portion of the trade because it looks like Lillard is the only one headed to Milwaukee. I have to get the full details of this situation, but from what I saw, DeAndre Ayton and Drew Holiday and Kamara, some bench guy, they're headed to Portland right now, and so pretty much it's a very 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 fresh deal. I know that it's probably still has to have time to be confirmed and things of that nature, but this is absolutely incredible that they were able to make this deal happen for the Bucks because the Bucks pretty much are a team that is looking to win another championship here while they still have a peak Giannis, and they want to make sure that they could keep Giannis intact as well too. So there's a lot of things that they had to do to keep this team together, and they had to make a crazy trade like this one to make it all happen. And I know that a lot of people are probably pretty, befuddled about the move, but from what I can see, okay, here goes the deal. Milwaukee is getting Milwaukee. Lillard goes to Milwaukee, okay? So he's the one going to Milwaukee. Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Tumani Kamara, and a 2029 unprotected Milwaukee pick is all headed to Portland. And they can swap picks in 2028. And Yusef Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nazir Little, and Keon Johnson are all headed to Phoenix. So really the deal was between Phoenix and Portland, but Lillard goes and moves on to Milwaukee. So pretty much what happens is Milwaukee gives up the real estate. They get the star player, and Phoenix goes ahead and gets themselves a bench at the same time too, and a big man. So when we look at who really won this trade, it's going to be Phoenix because Phoenix is the one with KD, with Booker, with Bradley Beal. And now they add Nazir Little, a guy that I was pretty high on when he was coming out of North Carolina. And then you got Nurkic, who's looking to kind of reestablish his career a little bit after it kind of stalled out due to injuries and everything in Portland. But when you get down to how this helps Milwaukee, okay, Milwaukee now adds another star player, a player that they see as a top tier scorer in the NBA who's going with probably one of the top three, and he's not number three all around players in the NBA. So they're making themselves a ultimate duo in a sense. And this can prove to be kind of a bad dynamic. Now I know they still have Middleton there. I know they still have him there. And I know that they still got Bobby Portis and all those guys and all these players that were around for their title run and all that good stuff, but they got a brand new head coach. Budenholzer's not the coach anymore. They have a coach who's a little inexperienced. Yes, he won a championship as an assistant. But Adrian Griffin, though, one thing that he has in his advantage is he was an NBA player. And he was a somewhat a feasible NBA player. So he understands how the game works and how you win in this game. That's why they gave him the job. But I still think that this deal does not fit the Bucks. I feel like Drew Holiday was the perfect fit for Giannis because he's going to play defense. That's one thing he's going to do. He's going to play defense, and he'll make others play defense with him because he's that contagious on the defensive end. All Dame Lillard's going to do is jack up shots, be reckless, and hopefully he won't be contagious to the rest of the team for everybody to do that because that's what happened in Portland. And pretty much you hope for the best. You hope this is the right move because it looks really good on the surface. It looks really good on paper. But at the end of the day, I don't see them meshing that well. I just don't. because Dame is not a pass first guard, and Giannis is a guy that really needs to be able to handle the ball somewhat to get himself really going the way that he wants to go. He's not a off the ball type player. Even though he can be, he's just not. So we're going to see how this goes. But I truly feel like they had the right type of team around Giannis, and you needed to add more of a role player, not another star. But it's fine. This is what's going to help the NBA be must-see TV this season. This is a great duo, but it's the market. And that's going to be everybody's, everybody's diss towards this is that you're doing this in Milwaukee of all places. And will it really work? They put themselves in position to solidify a top 3 spot in the East. They haven't put themselves in position to win a championship, though, because you can't win a championship with the guy who doesn't know how to get to the promised land. But Giannis knows how to get to the promised land. If they can show each other how to do certain things where Dame can come in here and do his 40 points a night, and Giannis doesn't have to worry about, well, not 40 points a night, but do his 40, 50-point games, and Giannis can just relax and chill and don't have to worry about no knee injuries or anything like that. Or it can be like how it was with the Blazers, where you win 10 out of 12, then lose 12 out of 15. It's gonna be a tough few first months with these guys, but if they can get some type of rapport going and everything's in place, then it can work. But I truly do feel that they did this because they know that if it doesn't work in a year or so, they can go ahead and they can move forward and make another big deal happen. You know what I mean? Because what happens is now Dame Lillard turns into what Russell Westbrook became, a guy that's going to be able to be moved so other teams can move around their rosters. It's that simple. And you hate to be one of those guys, but it is what it is. That's what happens when you get the big bags, and that's what happens. You know what I mean? Because once you're not winning championships and you show that you're not really capable of leading a team, they're going to get rid of you, and they're going to start moving that money around, because you're still valuable to the league, but you're just not valuable to the team that signed you to all that money. And then the team that picks up the tab on that doesn't really want to pick up the tab on that. It happens. But I wish Dame Lillard the best. Hopefully this can be a big change in his career. He's going from the West to the East, and this could be absolutely the thing that's needed for him to move forward and really establish himself as a true legendary player. He's had some legendary moments, but I wouldn't call him a legend yet. But this could go ahead and cement that for him if he's able to find some success here in Milwaukee. But there it is. Damian Lillard has been traded to the Bucks. The saga is over.